Country road, take me home.
Today we're exploring 15 timeless folk rock gems from the 1970s. Songs that blend acoustic introspection with heartfelt stories of love, loss, and life's wanderings. From Neil Young's Golden Quest to Joni Mitchell's emotional depths. These tracks flow like a nostalgic road trip, capturing the decade's spirit. Hit like, subscribe, and let's begin high in the mountains.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year.
Introduced in 1972, John Denver's Rocky Mountain High climbs beyond rhythm. It's an exalted paean to nature's embrace. Sparked by Denver's move to Colorado and a Perseid meteor shower witnessed while camping, the song celebrates the Rocky Mountain High as both literal elevation and spiritual euphoria.
The Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire.
Its acoustic vigor and vivid depictions of starry skies and mountain serenity echo the 1970s environmental awakening, urging harmony with the earth. The title track of his album, it peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a Colorado state song, despite initial drug reference controversies.
If he never saw an eagle fly, Rocky Mountain High.
Over 5 decades on, Rocky Mountain High ascends timelessly, a euphoric summit of wonder, inviting us to breathe the pure air of freedom and renewal.
He climbed Cathedral Mountain, saw silver clouds below, saw everything as far. My child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way.
Cats in the Cradle is one of the most poignant warnings in classic rock history. A heartbreaking story about time, regret, and the fragile bond between a father and son.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon.
Told through simple acoustic instrumentation and Chapin's narrative vocal delivery, the song traces a father who is too busy for his young son, always promising to spend time someday. As the years pass, the roles reverse. The son grows up and becomes just like his dad, too busy to connect.
You teach me to throw, I said not today, I got a lot to do, he said that's okay.
The genius of the song lies in its quiet, conversational tone that builds toward a devastating realization. Released in 1974, it struck a chord with American listeners then, and still does today.
Well, when you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. You know we'll have a good time then.
Whether you're a parent or a child, the message hits close to home. It's not just a song, it's a life lesson set to melody, and one that's hard to forget.
He'd grown up just like me, my boy was just like me.
Now that I've lost everything to you, say you want to start something new.
Launched in 1970, Cat Stevens' Wild World surpasses simple harmony. It's a gentle warning wrapped in farewell. Inspired by Stevens' breakup with actress Patty D'Arbanville, the song offers paternal advice on navigating life's perils, with lyrics urging caution in a wild world full of deceptive smiles.
Oh, baby, it's a wild world.
It's hard to get by just upon a smile.
Featuring Stevens' warm acoustic style and melodic introspection, it echoes the transitional spirit of the early 1970s, blending folk purity with emerging pop sensibilities. From Tea for the Tillerman, it reached number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 and invited covers by Jimmy Cliff and Maxi Priest, extending its cross-cultural appeal.
If you want to leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there.
Over 5 decades later, Wild World whispers enduring wisdom, a melodic compass for the heart, guiding through the wilderness of love and independence.
Baby, I love you.
If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell.
Debuted in 1970, Gordon Lightfoot's If You Could Read My Mind extends past verse. It's a luminous window into dissolving bonds. Written amid Lightfoot's divorce from Brita Ingegerd Olason, the song likens love to a ghost story in a paperback, unraveling thoughts of regret and unspoken truths.
You won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take.
With Lightfoot's resonant baritone and intricate guitar work, it captures the early 1970s folk rock introspection, blending melancholy with melodic grace. From Sit Down Young Stranger, it hit number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and inspired covers by Barbra Streisand and Johnny Cash, amplifying its timeless appeal.
When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me.
55 years later, If You Could Read My Mind illuminates enduringly, an introspective beam on love's fading pages, where hearts speak volumes in silence.
I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans you made put an end to you.
Introduced in 1970, James Taylor's Fire and Rain goes beyond notes. It's a tender elegy for loss and resilience, penned in the shadows of Taylor's struggles with addiction and the tragic suicide of his friend Suzanne Schnurr. Alongside references to his band, The Flying Machine's dissolution, it layers sorrow with hope.
Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again.
With soft acoustic plucking and Taylor's soothing baritone, the track mirrors the era's introspective turn, addressing mental health and grief in a folk rock framework that felt both personal and universal. Hitting number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 from Sweet Baby James, it propelled Taylor's career and inspired covers by artists like Carole King and Garth Brooks.
Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me to make a stand.
Half a century past, Fire and Rain burns bright as a beacon of healing, a quiet testament to enduring through life's storms, where fire tempers the soul.
Thought I'd see you, fire and rain. La, 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 la.
When you're weary, feeling small.
Released in 1970, Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water rises above sound. It's a soaring vow of solace and strength. Inspired by gospel hymns and Paul Simon's reflections on friendship, with Art Garfunkel's angelic tenor evoking Billy Ward's I'll Be Your Bridge over deep water, it offers unwavering support in turbulent times.
Sail on, silver, sail on by.
Blending folk rock with orchestral swells and piano grandeur, it mirrored the era's quest for hope amid Vietnam War unrest and social division. The title track of their final album, it topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks, won Grammys and drew covers from Aretha Franklin to Elvis Presley.
I will ease your mind like a bridge over troubled water.
Over half a century since, Bridge Over Troubled Water spans eternal, a musical lifeline, carrying us across life's raging currents with the promise of steadfast companionship.
And friends just can't be found like a bridge over troubled water.
Maggie May by Rod Stewart isn't just a hit song. It's a defining moment in rock music, celebrated for its emotional honesty, storytelling charm, and lasting appeal across generations. Originally released in 1971 on the album Every Picture Tells a Story, the track quickly climbed to the top of the charts in both the United States and the United Kingdom. Despite its humble beginnings, it became Stewart's first major solo success and marked the true launch of his solo career. The heart of Maggie May lies in a personal experience, Stewart drew inspiration from a fleeting romance he had in 1961 with an older woman, though her name wasn't actually Maggie. The title, in fact, was lifted from a traditional Liverpudlian folk tune about a prostitute, lending the song a sense of mystery and cultural depth. After recording a rough demo at Morgan Sound Studios, Stewart returned to the tape and carefully pieced together the lyrics. Lines that capture youthful confusion, bittersweet love, and the sting of regret. The mandolin, which gives the song its signature touch, was performed by Ray Jackson of Lindisfarne, though a famous Top of the Pops performance had DJ John Peel miming the part. Over the decades, Maggie May has remained a fan favorite and a radio staple. Its impact continues through notable covers like those by Matthew Sweet and Susanna Hoffs. And the experimental group Massacre. Still, no rendition truly matches the unfiltered honesty found in Stewart's original performance. More than 50 years later, Maggie May still resonates, a timeless anthem of youth, heartbreak, and self-discovery.
I'll be damned, there goes your ghost again, but that's not unusual.
Revealed in 1975, Joan Baez's Diamonds and Rust is more than lyrics set to music. It's a shimmering reckoning with past loves. Drawn from Baez's complex history with Bob Dylan, the song revisits a phone call from him years later, blending nostalgia with sharp wit in verses that sparkle like diamonds yet cut like rust.
And here I sit, hand on the telephone, hearing a voice I'd known.
It's folk rock fusion, with Baez's crystalline voice over electric guitar riffs, captures the 1970s feminist awakening and the bittersweet aftertaste of 1960s idealism.
We both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust.
The title track of her hit album, it climbed to number 35 on the Billboard Hot 100 and drew covers, notably a heavy metal twist by Judas Priest.
Well, we both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Yes, we both know what memories can bring.
50 years hence, Diamonds and Rust gleams as Baez's crowning jewel, a reflective gem exploring time's patina on relationships, where beauty and decay entwine eternally.
Yes, I loved you dearly, and if you're offering me diamonds and rust, I've already paid.
Operator, well, could you help me place this call?
Unfolded in 1972, Jim Croce's Operator, That's Not the Way It Feels, is beyond a plea. It's a raw vignette of heartbreak's dial tone, drawn from Croce's military experiences and tales of soldiers calling home to unfaithful partners. The song narrates a man's futile attempt to reconnect with a lost love via a phone operator.
And give me the number if you can't find it, so I can call.
Its finger-picked guitar and Croce's earnest storytelling reflect the 1970s folk rock intimacy, turning everyday sorrow into universal empathy.
Think about the love that I thought would save me.
A hit from You Don't Mess Around with Jim, reaching number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100, it showcased Croce's narrative gift before his untimely death. Decades beyond, Operator connects like an old line, a melancholic echo of disconnection, where voices fade but emotions linger in the wires of memory.
That it just wasn't real, but that's not the way it feels. On the back of a cartoon coaster.
Unleashed in 1971, Joni Mitchell's A Case of You is no ordinary ballad. It's an intimate elixir of heartache and devotion.
Oh, you are in my blood like holy wine.
Inspired by Mitchell's tumultuous romances, possibly with Leonard Cohen or James Taylor, the song distills raw emotion into lyrics like, I could drink a case of you, blending vulnerability with her signature dulcimer and finger-picked guitar.
I could drink a case of you, darling.
It encapsulates the 1970s singer-songwriter ethos, weaving personal confession with poetic imagery against a backdrop of shifting relationships and self-discovery. Part of the groundbreaking Blue album, it garnered critical adoration and influenced generations, with covers from Prince to Diana Krall amplifying its reach.
I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours, she knew your life.
Over 50 years onward, A Case of You lingers like fine wine, a profound toast to love's intoxicating pain, reminding us of the depths we plunge for connection.
Ooh, darling, still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet.
Early one morning the sun was shining, she was lying in bed.
Emerging in 1975, Bob Dylan's Tangled Up in Blue is far beyond a tune. It's a labyrinthine chronicle of life's twists and turns.
Getting through, tangled up in blue.
Composed during the dissolution of Dylan's marriage to Sarah Lowndes, it borrows from Cubist art influences like Picasso, fracturing a love story across timelines and perspectives, from revolutionary dreams to fleeting encounters in distant cities.
He helped her out of a jam, I guess, but he used a little too much force.
The song's enigmatic verses, delivered with Dylan's signature rasp and a propulsive acoustic groove, reflect the fragmented psyche of post-Woodstock America, grappling with identity and regret. As the opener to the revered Blood on the Tracks, it reached number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100 and sparked covers by artists like Joan Baez and the Indigo Girls, solidifying its folk rock stature.
I've seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just tangled up in blue.
Decades later, Tangled Up in Blue persists as Dylan's poetic enigma, a swirling vortex of memory where love's knots unravel into timeless truths about human wandering.
We just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain.
Debuted in 1971, John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads transcends melody. It's a poignant call to the soul of the countryside.
Country roads, take me home to the place.
Born from the collaborative spirit of Denver, Bill Danoff, and Taffy Nivert, it draws from the serene backroads of Maryland and Virginia, channeling the essence of West Virginia's rolling hills and rivers, though Denver himself had never visited until after its release.
The morning hour she calls me, the radio reminds me of my home far away.
Its lyrics evoke a deep-seated yearning for home, with vivid portraits of Blue Ridge Mountains and Shenandoah River mirroring the 1970s cultural shift towards simplicity and nature amid urban disillusionment. With Denver's gentle strumming and infectious chorus, the track hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, evolving into a global folk rock icon. Later declared a state song for West Virginia in 2014 and featured in films like Kingsman, The Golden Circle.
I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
More than half a century hence, Take Me Home, Country Roads stands as an eternal hymn to belonging, a gentle reminder of the roads that lead us back to where the heart truly resides.
Take me home, down country road. Take me home, down country road. Long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that
Released in 1971, Don McLean's American Pie isn't just a song, it's a sweeping musical reflection on the soul of a generation. Written in the wake of personal loss and national upheaval, McLean drew inspiration from his own childhood memory of delivering newspapers the morning after the tragic 1959 plane crash that claimed the lives of Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper, an event he would famously call the day the music died.
The music died.
With poetic and often cryptic lyrics, American Pie traces the cultural evolution and disillusionment of America from the late 1950s to the end of the 1960s. Spanning over 8 minutes, the song became a global sensation, topping charts around the world and later earning a place in the National Recording Registry for its cultural significance. In 2000, Madonna revived American Pie with a controversial dance pop cover, which Don McLean called a gift from a goddess. 50 years on, American Pie remains one of the most analyzed and beloved songs of the 20th century. A lyrical time capsule capturing the loss of innocence, the power of music, and a nation's search for meaning.
On the first part of the journey.
Released in late 1971 in Europe and early 1972 in the United States, A Horse with No Name became the breakout hit for the American folk rock trio America. Written by Dewey Bunnell, the song was first recorded in Dorset, England, inspired by surreal desert imagery from Salvador Dali and M.C. Escher, as well as Bunnell's childhood memories of the American Southwest. Originally titled Desert Song, it symbolized a peaceful escape from life's confusion.
In the desert, you can remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Initially, the band's debut album, America, was released in Europe without the track and saw only modest success. But once A Horse with No Name began climbing the US charts, Warner Brothers quickly re-released the album with the song included. This move paid off. The re-release catapulted the album to platinum status, turning it into a commercial triumph.
Through the desert on a horse with no name, it felt good to be out of the rain.
Over time, the song became a cultural touchstone, appearing in the series BoJack Horseman,
On the first part of the journey,
and even inspiring Michael Jackson's posthumous track, A Place with No Name.
Highway, my Jeep began to rock.
Criticized for its abstract lyrics, but loved for its atmospheric tone, A Horse with No Name remains one of America's most iconic and enduring songs.
I wanna live, I wanna give.
Simple, honest, timeless. Heart of Gold became Neil Young's first and only #1 hit in 1972. And it still resonates like a quiet anthem for dreamers and drifters.
I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It sees expression.
Built around warm acoustic strums, aching harmonica, and Young's raw voice, the song reflects a deep longing for something pure. I want to live, I want to give. He wrote it while recovering from a back injury, trading in his electric guitar for an acoustic. The result struck a chord with millions, and even made Bob Dylan admit he felt a little jealous. Featuring backup vocals by James Taylor and Linda Ronstadt, Heart of Gold became a defining moment in Young's career and a staple of classic rock radio. Years later, its emotional power still holds.
I wanna live, I wanna give.
In 2017, British singer Passenger released a tender acoustic cover of the song on his Sunday Night Sessions album, introducing it to a whole new generation. Some songs just don't age, they endure.
Here we go. I started singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie.
What a ride through the 1970s folk rock landscape. Songs that captured the essence of an era, from mountain highs to heartfelt lows. These tracks aren't just music, they're companions on life's road, evoking nostalgia and inspiration even today. Which one takes you back the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, Share this video with fellow music lovers and subscribe for more deep dives into classic tunes. Thanks for joining us. See you in the next journey. Peace out.
I've seen it